Think about the commercial strip in your hometown, the bakeries, the hardware stores, the local mechanics. It's easy to assume these businesses are a permanent part of the landscape, but none of them exist by accident. Every storefront began with a single person's belief. Someone looked at their neighbors and decided they could offer a specific service or product those neighbors actually wanted. That belief required an immense personal gamble. These owners put their personal capital, their reputations, and their creative ideas on the line, opening their doors with absolutely zero guarantee of success. This ecosystem of risk depends on a specific foundation, the absence of an oppressive central authority. It's the American idea of no kings, a principle that prevents a government from dictating the outcome of a person's hard work. A bustling local street serves as physical evidence of a society that prioritizes individual liberty. It is the visible result of people being free to build something for their community. When a business succeeds, the profits flow outward. They allow the owner to hire workers, buy services from other local shops, and support their own family. It's a self-sustaining cycle of mutual benefit. Even a free market relies on boundaries to keep this cycle moving. We can think of these as freeing rules, laws that provide a framework for cooperation without micromanaging the results. Consider traffic control laws. A green light doesn't tell you where you are allowed to go, it simply coordinates the movement so everyone can take their turn safely. Without these predictable boundaries, every intersection would become a congested four-way stop, and the entire system of movement would collapse. Capitalism functions because it pairs this bottom-up flow of commerce with simple rules that protect the system's integrity without strangling the individual's initiative. Under a socialist model, that balance shifts. The government assumes control over the means of production, which effectively removes the individual's ability to respond to their neighbor's needs. A top-down authority replaces the organic discovery of what a community wants. Instead, the state mandates which products and services are allowed to exist, turning a diverse street into a uniform grid. This centralization eventually dictates the path of the individual worker. When the state controls the store, the state decides who will work in it, removing the freedom to choose one's own profession. The creative freedoms and unique ideas that give a street its character are systematically erased, replaced by a rigid uniformity that serves the state's requirements rather than the neighbor's preferences. The organic community hub collapses under the weight of these mandates, serving as a physical extension of state administration. Main Street is a barometer for the health of freedom. This model of central control only takes hold when a nation's foundational torch of liberty begins to dim. That torch grows dimmer when the boundaries of government power begin to blur. We see this in the adoption of willy-nilly voting policies and the expansion of birthright citizenship, which change how the community itself is defined and governed. The author suggests that if the state can redefine our language or intervene in the physical and chemical well-being of children, it has already claimed a level of authority that leaves no room for individual conscience. These ideologies find their way into the classroom and the lecture hall, where the next generation is taught to view central authority, rather than individual liberty, as the primary source of truth and order. When this ideological pressure reaches the judiciary, the impartial freeing rules that keep the system fair are compromised. The law becomes a tool for control, rather than a framework for freedom. The vibrancy of a local street depends on a government that knows where its power ends. If we surrender the boundaries of our language, our schools, and our families to top-down control, the individual freedom required to build a main street will be lost along with them.